What's up, y'all? Um, this is crazy. This is crazy. We are still up. I want to change. I didn't know it was gonna be this black. God damn. But that's fine though. What's up, y'all? Look, we here. It's 4:20, 4:21 a.m. We are still up. I have not sleep. I have not slept yet. Um, Simply because I've been trying to get clips out, trying to just do everything. Since we are on a new stream, I have to update the new number. So let's update this while we're here. Let's do it. We have reached 14 subscribers. So we're at 14 subscribers now. Every day we're trying to improve. I'm watching back the videos, trying to make clips. Um, it's a non-stop process. That's how I see it. Simply because I want it. I want this opportunity, all of this stuff to happen. Um, so it's not going to start when I'm not putting in the effort and the time to get what I need to get done. It starts when, you know, um, when I really just, staying up, using whatever hours that I have. Um, Thankfully, like I said, like I can just go full throttle with this. I'm gonna probably get up in the next 5 hours, do my walk, cause like I said, I'm on this health journey. Um, yeah, it's on wilder. So I decided to um, I'm going to try my hardest. I can't make any promises, but no DoorDash until 2027. I want to really make an effort to save money. It's just going to be me ordering groceries and just living off groceries for for the rest of this year. Um, I don't want the habit of DoorDash no more. Um, Not because I'm not having any bad experiences with it, but I just want to really stay healthy. And like I said, just making an effort, just avoiding things that I know, constantly eating out, all these little things. So we're making changes, and that's the big step in to getting anything done. So I am glad, as I've said before, to just increase. Like these clips is coming. That's the main thing. I'm just really glad. I just got a new haircut too, but I don't know if y'all noticed. Don't know if y'all noticed. Got a new haircut. Um, but yeah, it's really exciting right now uh for the stuff that I'm doing, things that I'm creating. Um, just finding ways for myself to constantly just keep live streaming, not necessarily worried about anything. Like I just told myself, like literally 5, 10 minutes ago, like I don't care I don't care where the number lands, um, whether it's on one view, whether it's on 2,000 views. I had to keep uploading and keep posting, um, simply because it's a momentum thing, right? It's a momentum thing of staying consistent, and really in my mind, it's like you make that decision to like, hey, I want to change my life. Next year is gonna be a different year. I'm telling y'all, August 5th, 2027 is gonna be a different Josh Chapman. You're gonna see right in front of y'all. I hope y'all ready. You know what I mean? I hope y'all ready. Cause the way that I'm even just doing all of this stuff now, like this is, it's like, it's my it's for the longest. You know, I've been so always trying to plan for my music and trying to do all these things. But there would just always be a lot of time in between, and I just didn't have any just time to just like do something. Well, I had so much time to do something, I should say. And, you know, as much as music, you know, how fun music is, it's a cost. It's a constant cost. And, you know, if you don't have any money behind it, you're going to be waiting. You know, if you're not doing this, you're going to be waiting. You're going to have to. And I think live streaming is like the medium of not waiting for anybody. I've never been a person to like, you know, as much as I always try to reach out to people, like, yeah, I've always been a big advocate for, you know, especially us black people, like we got to work together. You know, I don't, you know, I know this mentality has stemmed from a lot of different things in this world, but we as like black people, we have to stick together, man. You know, I don't get this mindset of trying to do things as individuals. Like we need each other, and like that's what I always try and preach to like my friends, family. Like, why we gotta stop getting in this habit of like I can do this all on my own. We know there's people that you know is like, man, you know, it's hard to defend them. You know, obviously you want to get started on your own, but don't ever let that be the mentality. You know, um, I try my best to recruit people, like you know, people that want to be a part of this, and I've told people, look, man, if I manage to get this off the ground, you know, I'm gonna be working with people that want to help elevate this, but don't start riding this train, you know, when it's up. I'm telling y'all, you know, like I've told my friends that like I don't like I don't like, you know, bandwagons. I don't like when people want to just do things now because there's money coming in, right? We understand everybody, but the moment people just start doing this because oh Josh is having traction, he got motion, and everybody trying to see now you want to work. Nah, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. Um, I'd rather find a professional, you know. Um, but it's hard, you know, at this point, you know, to find, you know, friends that understand and care about like what you're trying to do, you know. Um, which is fine. I'm not tripping. I'm not having no, you know, sympathy session for me. Um, I just want people to understand that we work better together. You know, we aren't this too cool and I can do good on my own, and you know when we work together we're powerful, you know, and we gotta stop trying to outdo people, you know. What's the point of that? I don't see the victory in trying to be better than somebody, and you know what I mean, like, you know, we gotta get together, black folks. We gotta get it together because it's like this ego thing that is tearing us all apart where we feel like we have to get the one up over people. For what? For what? You know? Like, why does that matter? You know? Um, but like I said, you know, if people have, you know, it's easy on everybody has this vision, right? Everybody has a vision of what they want to become. But are you putting the effort? You know, because I see a lot of people just like New Year's resolution. There's a lot of people that had these New Year's resolution, I'm asking people, to the people that had the New Year's resolution, starting at the beginning of this year, are you still on that path? Because I've been having my New Year's resolution since last year, wanting to do something different, wanting to change my life, and it's moving towards so much progression. So I challenge people who has I challenge people that if you have a New Year's resolution, I hope that you stick into it, because we gotta change. We gotta make progression. We already halfway through the year, and it's still not gonna stop. Not for me. I told myself, like, man, like, at the rate that I'm going, man, like the rate that I'm going right now, like, I wake up just so, like I'm not getting paid a dime from streaming right now, not one dime, but it's what I can see this become, and that's what gets me excited. Like, the views are paying me, like that's my payment right now. The traction is my payment. Like, I don't, all the other stuff is gonna come. Like, that's what excites me. It's like, oh, we put the clip out, and now people reacting to it, and now you're getting traction in this. I gotta go. I've been trying to hold on for so long, but now I gotta go into the Instagram. I've been doing YouTube and TikTok for like this whole time, so now I gotta, you know, prepare myself, get into the Instagram algorithm now, and then just attack all three. And then once you attack all three, shoot, Facebook, I don't know, but there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be a lot. That's all I can really say. Like, there's gonna be a lot of spaces that I'm just trying to attack. Of course, obviously now, let's just focus on the big three: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. So that's what That's just the algorithm that I'm attacking. Um, like I said, obviously got to get on Twitch. So all of those little things right now, I just want to build the catalog for YouTube right now. Um, and it's just this. It's like the little small things, man. You know, um, I'm not worried about I'm not worried about anything besides what I can do. You know, and my ability to just keep talking, keep yapping, and keep giving. That's my content right now, is just to keep giving. I don't know. Um, I'm just so used to, like, just talking. One of these days, I'm gonna try and we're gonna move to the gaming. You know, I'm not gonna clip my gaming clips. Um, so it still gives me time to catch back up on the other stuff. Uh, but I want to get into the gaming. Let me give you a couple of topics. I want to uh, I want to see something. All right, we're gonna see. Let me see something. Um, mm. So I got two topics. Um, are we becoming too comfortable with convenience? And that's something to really think about. Um, that's a big question. I think as a society we are, you know, um, but I think we've always had a level of convenience, right? Having electricity, um, having, stores. Like all of these things have all been convenience, Um, especially now with ChatGPT now, like I think ChatGPT should really be the reason why there should never be an excuse now to create anything, right? Like there's probably people, like I said, the the limit of what AI is doing right now is crazy. Um, um, it's just allow for people to just really advance, just so like this world is moving so rapidly. Obviously, um, you obviously have to meditate a lot. Um, I think that's what we're not being comfortable with. Um, and I think uh, we just gotta just keep going. Um, I don't sit and mope and complain. I just try and see what's in front of me and attack it. I just because it's the only way to resolve anything. Um, that's has always been the way to get something done. Um, is to just attack it with a mentality, just constantly. There's always going to be things thrown at us, always. What can you do at that point? It's all about just approach. What do you want? What do you want this thing to be? How do you want to grow this thing? Do you want just more, detail? Do you want more action? Do you want like those are just things that you just have to ask yourself at the end of the day. Is like, how do you want this story to be developed? Um, and speaking of that, I don't want to say any names, but I just seen just a couple people um, and with just artists in general is like I think a lot of people are just so stuck on just trying to make a great song that they don't know themselves, right? I don't think a lot of artists, let's just talk artists, um, are understanding uh the whole just um the whole understanding, the whole concept of what it is to be an artist. I think people don't understand how important personality plays. Um, I don't think people understand just the decisions that needs to be made, as an artist to know what direction you want to go. Obviously you're gonna have people that are on major labels that deal with other people, and you have to really be fighting for what you want to put out, the story that you want to convey. Everybody's not gonna help you tell the story. You can only do so much. Um, an A&R or executive and producers, like they're gonna bring the best out of you, but you have to ultimately tell that story. What do you want? From the album to singles and to the track listing, and you're just picking it apart. And I think a lot of people just want like that hit song and just people to like them. Like, as I've said 100 times before, you can't control, like, you can't control outcomes, and you definitely can't control the action of another human being. People are gonna like you if they like you. You can't force nobody to like you. And I think that's what we all seem to forget is like human beings, the true joy of being a human being at the heart of it is the ability to choose. Whatever decision that we want to make, we have the ability of a choice that we have to make with anything that what goes on with our lives. Whether it's to, like I say, build a business, whether it's to go to college, whether you choose to play basketball or football, like all of these things in this world, we have a choice to do. And so when you try to force people to be like, hey, you're going to listen to my music and you're going to like it, that's a bad way to think about all of this, because then it undermines what one, like the individual human being experience, not the collective, but the individual. And I think when people, I think this is what I'm really kind of scared about, in terms of just like, if I was to reach a certain level of just, you know my pockets being blessed, and having money, that you don't lose the essence of what it is to be, you know back at home and in mom's basement. Like, I feel like a lot of people that have made money in this world, um are so off into their own world that they don't see just regular everyday human beings um as people. Like, it's almost like they overlook them because they've made so much money from that a person looks at them as nothing. It's like, and I think a lot of you know people, obviously I don't know the statistics, but I don't think, I can't put a number on whether it's a lot or a little, but there are people out there that just, believes their shit doesn't stink, and I've never, ever since I've been a kid, I just never appreciated those type of people, because like, we live the same human experience, you gotta use the bathroom just like I gotta use the bathroom. Like, I don't know, Um, so I don't want to be too long. I really don't. I know I gotta really catch back up on these clips, but I just wanted to touch base and just say thank you all. We had 14 subscribers. We had 12. The other day we had 10, or I think the day before that we had 9. Before that, I was at 4. But as I'm reaching higher and higher levels, man, it's just mind-boggling. 14 people that just decides to watch me, whether it's during the live stream or not. It's a blessing, okay? It's a blessing. I like talking to people, and that's why, like, I don't even need one comment to show up. Now, does comments help? Absolutely. Um, but can you still run a online stream without one person talking? Yes. And I think that's what makes me powerful versus other people. You know what I mean? Like, some people just get on, I need somebody to collab with, and like, no, I can talk. I'm a great talker. Okay? And we're gonna always talk about just life and wisdom and intelligence. I mean, obviously, a lot of people don't like receiving that, but that's gonna be like a lot of my core. Music, basketball, just real life chats, and gaming. I'm a gamer. Obviously, there's not too many games out right now, and the biggest game is coming out this November. Um, Still gonna be streaming. I still gonna be streaming. So we'll just see, man. We'll see where life take us, and we're gonna just keep pushing. So I appreciate y'all, and till next time, peace. And I am sorry that the streams are short. Okay, we gotta work with it. The biggest thing is it's just like, it's it's just for clip purposes, man. If there was actually people I can see, but we got to do what we got to do. Keep clipping, and we build this up. We get a larger time. We spend more time online, but it's hard to do that when like I said, you're just speaking to zero people. Now it's not like I'm running out of stuff to say. I'm just letting y'all know we gotta build this up first.